It's Week 14 of the NFL. And up next, we'll see Russell Wilson. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Steelers and the Browns, and it's all up next.
At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at Acrisure Stadium. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that familiarity does bring a little extra heat into this matchup.
And look at this return. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. Leading him out to man in his 13th NFL season and rising quickly up the career leaderboards, Russell Wilson.
And when we look back at last week's win, Kate, pretty easy to see those 4 touchdowns had a lot more of an impact on the game than the 1 interception he threw. Wasn't quite perfect. I'm sure that pick will nag at him, but you'd welcome an encore of everything else he was doing in that ball game.
Throw secured by George Pickett. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Wilson to throw it. This ball's caught by Pickens. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. Second and 6 coming up here. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on third down. They'll try to run it with Harris. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Going to the ground again on first. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Staying on the ground with Harris. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down. So now they're going to throw with Wilson. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. To return, Jerome Ford. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by a guy coming off a pair of shortened seasons. The former Pro Bowler now in his 8th year, Deshaun Watson.
2 numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Second and 6 coming up here. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Madden stopped by Alex Highsmith. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Out of the gun, here's Watson. That's caught for the first. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Watson now off play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Another try following the sack. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Working from the gun, Watson. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start, up close to the 30. The Steelers and Najee Harris making their return to the field. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. 1st down, here's Russ. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Looks like play has been paused. We've got a timeout taken by the defense. On 2nd down, Warren. Still working past the 40. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Warren quick on the draw. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Russ now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, it's Wilson. Completed here to Pickens. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers pull that in front further, 13-zip. George Pickens the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. Now Boswell on to send this away. Moore with a return. This return makes it up to the 25. Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. They begin the drive with Chubb. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Chubb. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A great play defensively. They forced a loss despite the penalty, and they just went ahead and declined it. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Browns with a long ways to go for a score. And the Steelers going nickel, 3rd down. They'll give to Chubb on the option. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Pressure's there, and the steel curtain closes on him. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. There's a counter give to Chubb. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up. And you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. They'll punch another one away. Coy Bajorquez returning to the field. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Steelers and George Pickens set for this next possession. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. On first down, it's Wilson. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
Well, good thing they reviewed it, because after further examination, the call on the field has changed. First down throw from Wilson. That throw finds Pickens. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. Well, if early results hold here today, partner, it would appear that this guy's in store for a busy game. They've already made it a priority going his way.
They always want to get a guy this talented the ball early, right? Just get him in confidence, get him in rhythm. But this game lines up well against this defense, who right now has got no answers for his game.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Once more, it's Wilson. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're left with 4th and short.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Buys time, rolling right. He connects downfield on 4th. There it is, touchdown Pittsburgh! The Steelers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers stretch their lead to 21. Now Boswell on to send this away. Moore with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. Watson on 1st and 10. He's on the move. He calls his own number again. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Now a timeout's called, Cleveland using its second. From the red zone now. Chubb brings it in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. From the gun, Watson. And he's got it! Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns chop some of the lead off before the half. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
On is Katie York for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns get it back to a 14-point game. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So we arrive at halftime here in Pittsburgh. The Steelers leading after 2. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And that one just before halftime with the Jaguars out on top. Christian Kirk, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, let's get to the Meadowlands to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Derek Carr, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. Tua Tagovailoa with a touchdown throw. In the first half, we saw a strong performance out of the veteran quarterback, Russell Wilson. He threw a first quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Ford on the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. The Browns with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting second right now across the league in rushing yards. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's completed right side. Cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
You're good on the point after. And the Browns chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Miller on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Steelers down Russell Wilson, headed back to the field now. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Going to Harris to start the half. And this one doesn't go far. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap for Wilson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Wilson now from the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Warren here from the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Into the hands of Pat Freiermuth. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it.
Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Steelers first down. Ross off the play fake. Cut near the goal line. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Harris. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They'll run with Harris. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Steelers push their lead further to start the half. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Ford on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Browns and wide receiver Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They gotta give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Chubb running out of the gun. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and things looking a lot tougher for them now with 2nd and 20. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Watson now. Finds him over the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
This will be caught by Cooper. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's brought down after a short gain. And that might do it for him, Brock. Doesn't reach the marker as they turn it over on downs here in the 4th. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, give to Harris. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Wilson now off the play action. He puts some power on a deep one left. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Wilson now. Complete beyond the marker. We'll have the 1st down and even more. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers have likely locked up the win right there. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers stretch their lead to 21. Now Boswell on to send this away. Moore with a return. He lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Harris once more. And he'll go down here at the 16. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. Dicker connects there. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Moore with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Moore's got it. And what a hit there. Ouch, he pays the price for moving the chains that time. 1st and 10 from the 41. Working from the gun, Watson. Throwing this back in the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it's intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war in field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And they take not just the victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.